welcome to Robert's Train Set. In the last episode, episode 7, you will have seen me getting the train up and running, which I didn't actually think I'd do on that day. So I'm now talking to you by my railway. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not here anymore, is it? On Friday the 3rd, I believe. Yes, Friday the 3rd of April. And you might think, why am I sitting down here having a cup of tea? Well, it's 10:15, so it is tea break time. But I've just spent the last hour and a bit, probably about just over an hour, fault finding on the railway. Oh, that's a nice cup of tea. So in the last episode, I mentioned about one of the points not working, didn't I? And I was going to try and sort it out before I went downstairs. I didn't in the end, I was too tired. So I left it. I had to think about it overnight and whatever. I had a good night's sleep. And I seem to remember when I was putting the boards on the thing, I think I knocked one of the wires out, and I think it was that one. I'm pretty sure it is now. And when I rewired it, I obviously got the common mixed up. So I swapped them around just by, what's the name, and I luckily did it the first time, except they were going the wrong way. So just reverse the polarity on it, and it's working fine. So I thought, great, I can get on now. So tried switching the points at the other end of the circuit, and there were about 3-4 out, not working at all. I thought, oh bugger. So connected up my point decoder to the programming section of the control, and checked that the numbers were right, and they were. So my little brain here thought, well, the only reason I can think it's not working is it's not getting any power. So I had it connected through one of the Hornby cables that you can buy, quite expensive cables you can buy, into one of those clips, which is where we do it. So I tried it with my programming wires and it worked. So I thought, well, I'm getting no power to it. So I chopped a big lump of this very expensive Hornby wire off and then re-bared the wires and put them in, and it works. So any railway can give you problems that you have to sort out, DC, DCC, and especially probably really complicated computer ones like Charlie Bishop does, and Perth South looks quite a complicated one that he's doing out there. But even these simple little DCC ones can make your brain work hard. Anyway, it's all working. I gave the inside track a nice clean with my glass paper block, as you've seen me use, and ran the jinty round, and it was pretty good. It did stutter a bit at sort of 4 miles an hour, but after 5 it was fine, it just went round no problem. And I even reversed all those daypole tracks, reversed them round the inner thing, and they went no problem. So great. And they've obviously got the KD couplings on them, except for the loco to the first wagon. Got all this talking, didn't half make me thirsty. So what's the plan now? So I've got Friday off. I don't need to go shopping until tomorrow. I've run out of ham, but I've got 2 eggs left, so I think I'll have scrambled egg on toast. So I'll give you a picture of that, whether you want it or not. I've had quite a few comments on what I eat. I'm a very simple eater. I don't have anything complicated. I think probably technically the most complicated thing is probably tagliatelle bolognese, which I will do, and I'll show you what it looks like if you want that. So this is my scrambled egg on toast. Toast is easy to do, but in toaster. Scrambled egg is 2 eggs, some milk, salt and pepper to flavouring. Give it a really good whisk to get a froth on it, and then put it in the microwave. About 3 minutes. Keep stirring it. So I'm going to go up there now, tidy it up a bit, because it was in a tip last night, and I do not like untidiness, I really don't. And then I think I've got to try and sort out the fiddle yard on the side where the bench is. and I think that might entail putting some of the embankment on there. So I'm going to have a go at that and start building it up. I can't see any real problems with the fiddle yard bit. In fact, it might even be better than it was down here. I don't know. We'll see. As long as I've got enough room to bend the track around so the locos. I'm going to take up a couple of the HST carriages just to check on my clearances, because they're usually the worst one. Although, funnily enough, the one that does cause problems sometimes is the little shunters, because they have bits sticking out the sides. The 08 cause problems, and even the Barclay one can. I think the Bachmann one is alright, the 03. Yeah, I think that's okay. So maybe I should take that up as well. But I've got my computer here, as you can see. It's charging actually, because I took it up without any charger, and I used the whole charge sort of to try and sort everything out. So I'm rattling on, I know, but I'm having a break. I'm having my tea. So what am I thinking? Am I thinking this is worth doing? Absolutely, categorically yes. It's so nice. Like last night, if I had been working down here with all that mess, I would have had to clear it up. I just could not have left it like that. In the loft, I can just leave everything there, shut the door, shut the trap, and forget it. And that's going to be great. Because, I cannot stand untidiness. You'll understand that by the time, won't you? I've said it enough times. So, I'm now going to try and sort out what I need to buy from Hatton's. Now, I went on Hatton's last night and Rails of Sheffield, and they still seem to be operating. I don't know if when you get to the checkout it says we're not working at the moment, but you can, whenever we get back. I don't know, but so I need to sort out what I'm going to do, I think. So it's going to be a case of buying obviously some tracks, some points, point motors, another decoder box which I can operate for 4 points, or 3 points and a light if I want, and then some extra platforms if I can get this to work. So I think I need to work out what I need and do a list and get that into them so that I can carry on and get it finished. And obviously the only bugbear I might have is obviously I'm going to have to extend the back scene, and at the moment my printer ink is very low, and the place where I normally buy it is obviously shut because it's not an essential, and I don't want to go through Epsom with their, tell you send it, because they charge a lot of money, don't they? So that could be the thing. You might have a bit of a blank back screen. I suppose I could try and paint it, but I don't think I'll be any good at that. I think painting the ceiling's about my limit. Anyway, I'm going on, so hopefully I can, in this video, I can show you it just building up a bit and not sorting out problems so much as getting it operational. Excuse me, I don't know what that is, must be breakfast. So sign off now and see you in a minute, alright? Not a minute for me, but a minute for you, alright? Cheers everybody, bye. And just before I go, thanks for all these new subscribers. It's really kick-started my subscriber base again. It had sort of stagnated, shall we say, a little bit. So I'm glad I did this as well, not just moving the railway up, but doing the video on it. So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to get my train running around the layout here, and I'll show you that in a minute. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's if I look at my watch, it's 10 to 12 now. What have I done? Basically, not a lot. What I have done is I've tidied up my bench so I can find all my stuff. The layout is now empty and I've swept it, and the floor is relatively clean, which is important because if you have little bits of wood, they can twist your ankle over if you're not ready for it, or you can kneel on them and they hurt. So I just thought I'd do this because the next job is to get this bit in, the fiddle yard. And if you remember from what I said before, I need to notch it round this post. So bearing in mind that I cannot connect it to the rail at the other end where it comes off the main layout, because obviously this post is in the way, how do you mark it? So I've come up with this. First of all, I put a big bit of wood, cramped it on underneath there on the bit of wood that's in the way with my cramps. Okay, and then basically here, so this bit of rail here needs to line up with that bit of rail there, and then it will go in. So I put my big roofing square along that edge, lined it up as you can see, and the other thing you need to do is to get it parallel between there and there, and between there and there, within, you know, within a mil or a couple of mil would be enough. And then that will show if this post is twisted, so you'd probably have to rule allowance. So I thought you might be interested in that. So I've obviously got it cramped here and cramped there to hold it while I do it, and then I'm going to mark it across, and then if I measure away from the rail, that will tell me how far to come in here. Well, that's the theory, so we'll see how it goes. So I'll come back to you later when I've done it, but I'm about to have some lunch. I think I'm going to mark this off and then I'm going to have some lunch because I'm getting hungry. So cheers everybody, thanks for watching still, and let's carry on and get this in. Cheers. Well, hello everybody. I've had a nice hard day working, and it's now 25 to 5. So I've done a fair day in here, and I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've achieved. So be back in 2 seconds. So the only thing that you can see different here is, oh dear, look, the sidings have got shorter. Not an awful lot of change up there, is there? But, what have we here? The station's been reinstated. And it looks as though we've got part of the embankment back. Oh look, there we are. So what else have I done? Let's carry on without hitting the scenery. And this all looks much the same as last night, except the bridge is back. Along with the track, and there's that awkward cutout that we had to do. I've even got trains on, look. Got some of my HST carriages. And instead of going round the back of the station now, it finishes there. And as you can see, I've got a nice scallop out here so that it doesn't get in the way of coming up steps. So nice scallop out. I'm thinking if I do no more, I might put a nice big D handle on this bit to give me a pull up when I'm coming up, because you tend to grab hold of the scenery, don't you, and it might not help the thing. So from about here, this is all loose at the moment, because I shall probably buy some double straights, and then the single, they're all single straights there, so not a very economical way of doing it, I don't think. So this is all fixed, and if I move the HST out the way, we just missed that post. What's this funny bit of track here, look? That's not going anywhere, is it? So I thought, why not incorporate my programming track on my fiddle yard? So that's what it's going to be. And if you see, I've got 2 holes there ready for the wires, so they can go down to the controller permanently, as I did at downstairs. So I think it's going well. So these are these skittish wagons. Let's send them over the bridge, shall we? Let's see what happens. No problem. And as I say, this one goes quite well as well. There we are. So also, what about the OHST through the bridge? Let's have a go. Lovely. Oh. Well, we would have coupled up to the wagons, but as they've got two different fixings, one's got the normal D cup, and the Daypole wagons have got the KDs on. So never the twain shall meet, say. Yeah, I'm happy with my day's work. I'm quite pleased that we can still use this bridge. It doesn't encroach too far out, and as you can see, I've got a fairly substantial bracket out here to hold it up. Bit of the 100 by 50. I think that should be strong enough, don't you? And I've got more screws holding it together. I've got a bigger block underneath here, if I can show you. There we are, nice big block there. And then I've got a screw through there, a screw through there, and even a screw through there into the edge. I don't know whether you, yes, you might be able to see that. Screw into the edge there. It's not ideal because obviously with chipboard you can split it, but I thought it was worth the risk. Yes, I'm happy. So I think tomorrow it's a try and work out what I want to do. Then get the platforms out, get those on and just play with them, and then see how many platforms I need to order, and get on to Hattons, I think. So I hope you agree with me. I'm getting on quite well and it is working out pretty good. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow I'm probably going to try and have a go at the other side and extend that bit out to get that platform in. So we'll see how we go. So it's about time for my dinner now. I have dinner fairly early. Used to get home from work at about 5 and had dinner at 5:30. So need to get on with it. I have to cook it myself, of course. See, but yeah, I think I think it's looking okay. I think the height's about right. I did have a problem. If I show you something else under here, look, the chair that I used, which is this one, was somewhat low, and I have got some other chairs downstairs, but they're only about 3 inches higher. So that chair is, say, fairly low for sitting on, and I've only got some chairs that are 3 inches higher, which isn't an awful lot. I might get one of them up and then have a sit on a cushion. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be comfortable. So see how we go. So that's about wraps up for tonight. I'll start again fresh tomorrow, and we'll see. Got to do some shopping tomorrow first thing. But yeah, rambling again. Must be tired. Right. So anyway, cheers for watching, everybody, and we're getting there. We are getting there, you know. Cheers. Bye. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. So next morning. So what's that? That's April the 4th. Saturday, April the 4th. Running a bit late today. It's about just coming up to 9:30. But I've not been idle. I've taken my my shopping list over the supermarket, and I've got my shopping. And for the first time for a little while, I've managed to walk. I always used to walk, because I used to go every couple of days, so there wasn't an awful lot to bring back. But of course, now trying to do it, you know, once a week, there's a bit more, and it costs a bit more as well. So I'm going to put all this shopping away. Put me work togs on, get me pink shirt on that I've had on all the time. But to be honest, I got more hot. I'm hotter now walking over to Asda and walking back again than I ever have felt in the loft. So working in the loft quite nice actually. Quite enjoy it. I don't feel the cold, so I'm great. Heat, but yeah. So I'm going to walk you up to the thing, because after I finished last night, I heard noises up there. I'm wondering whether the fairies have been working, so I'm going to take you up with me, you know, in case they're still there. Alright? See you a bit later on. Cheers everybody. Cheers. Well, shopping's away, and I've got into my nice pink shirt again. So let's do the walk that we're going to be doing for quite often, I would think, as I said before. So off we go. Turn you round. So as you can see, it's not changed at all. Might be a bit dustier. Up we go. I leave the bathroom door open, and I open the window in the bathroom to get me some air up there, because obviously with no windows or anything, it's a bit airless. So here we go. Here we go. I think they would have heard me by now, don't you? Ooh, it's all dark again. Ooh, you're looking at the underside of the layout, but can you see anything? I can't. Here we go. I'm fluorescent. Ooh. Another step. There we are. That's a bit better. So, here we are again. I'm spending an awful lot of time up here. In the 18 years I've lived here, I don't think I've ever spent so much time in my loft. So as you can see, it's coming along, but the enthusiasm got the better of me again last night. So let's have a look, see what I did. Oh look, we've got some stations. And what's this down here? Don't know if you can see. There's drawings on my snowfield. So I came up here after dinner. I just couldn't sit, and I tried to work out. I think I'm going to take you round the other side. Walk with me, or rather crouch with me in this instance. Minding me, I think I'm going to cut the ends of these big bearers off. So what I've done is, I don't know if you can see, so where we're going to go in, I've sort of cobbled it together because I wanted you to work out how big a bit to cut. And I got my station, so that's the island station, but I've got it in 2 bits. And the same again. And I've got the carriages to sort of see how it goes, and if you switch the point over, remembering it goes straight over the end. I'll do that again because it didn't get it in shot. There we are. I'll have to, oh, right, let's do it slower, shall we? So I don't know if you can see, but got no issues there, have we? It's come off the track again, but never mind. So, and the same the other end. So that's going to work. I think it will actually be. I think while I fiddle around putting these back on again, I feel it's safer sitting there. I feel it's safer sitting there. So what I'm basically going to do is add 2 sections of platform to each one, and yeah, I think it's going to be good. So I've obviously got to get over this, so the track, a bit like the one the other side, has got to get round this post. So it's going to be a funny station, but we'll see what we can cobble together, can't we? And I might even put some fencing on the back of this so that it's sort of you know, you don't stop. I'm not sure yet. I've ordered some fencing. So the next bit of news is that as I've done all this, and I'm going to put the unloading shed there and bring the road back up again, like it was before, although I'd have a bit more room I think there. So that's that. Let's go back under again. Yes, I think I might cut these end bits off here because they're not serving any purpose. I'll do them at sort of an angle and round them off nicely, and then I won't keep catching myself, and this one's a little bit further over, so I think I shall do the same with that. So yeah, that's going to go. So what plans have I got for here? Well, I'm going to have a rail going just down the side of the what's the name, and then here I've bought a little Hornby engine shed. So I'm going to have an Hornby engine shed with 2 tracks in going in, not very long, but whatever, and then another side in the side of it, so it's going to be a lot better. And then there'll be a bit of area here that I can do with what I want, can't I? So if I now pan over to the bench, here's my list. I know you can't read it. So so last night I went on Hatton's, and bearing in mind I was loading up the video you've just seen, which took an extraordinary 17 hours to upload, and it took ages for everything to load because obviously the bandwidth is being used, but I did manage to work my way through and sort out what I wanted to order, and according to their website they did have everything I ordered, but when it came through to paying, there were 2 items that I've got to wait for, but whatever, not too important I don't think. But I got all my I got my track mats, you'll be either glad to hear or sad to hear, and I tried to pay last night but it wouldn't, it just would not. Went on this morning about, I don't know, 7 o'clock or 10 past 7, something like that. No problem, straight through, so we'll have to wait and see how long it takes to come. So I think what's going to happen today is I'm going to concentrate on that side over there and get me a bit of timber in there and sort of see what I've got to do. And then really I'm stuck, aren't I? I might be able to sort the wiring out, but until I sort out where I'm actually going to control it from, and at the moment I'm thinking here, and I'm going to try and get my T-trolley that I had downstairs up here, because I can slide it in and out on the casters. So I'm going to try that and see how we get on. So I might have a look at that. So there we are. So I think it's coming on well, you know, we've got this in. I've got to probably put some timber here in place of the biscuits that I've got at the moment, which will neaten it up, and I might even try and get something up the back so we don't see inside. I don't know yet, see. But loads of plans. Oh, sorry, I'll burp in a bit. So yeah, it's great. So I'm going to have 3 extra points in this area. So I've ordered another decoder, and because there's 4 connections and I've only got 3 points and point motors, I ordered another electric light. So we'll have a brother or a sister to join those 2. So anyway, no fairies, just Robert being too enthusiastic, I think. So I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to have a cup of tea first, I think, and then I'll get on with my work. Alright, so cheers, I'll see you later on, everybody. Bye bye. Well, hello everybody. It's been a fairly long day, but it seems longer than it is. It's only 10 to 3. So just coming up for tea break. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to give it up now. I've spent hours and hours sorting out the track over on the other side. So we'll have a little walk around there. And that's all the track I've got left over, basically all curves or connection things. The curve point is naff. Going to cannibalise that to fix another one. So as you see, nothing's happened over here. It's exactly the same as you saw it yesterday. So I'm just going to duck. I have done these bits sticking out, so I've cut them off and rounded them off nicely. It makes it a lot easier actually. Don't catch your shoulder on it. And obviously done this one as well, so quite neat, even if I say it myself. So we have some track through here, which we did have, didn't we? But we didn't have this bit. And although this point is sitting here, that's actually designated to go in the goods area. But I just, as a future project, because I couldn't get this track to do what I wanted, which was to come round, go along the platform and then curl round that, I've decided on this sort of layout, and that could be a terminal station, couldn't it, for a diesel rail car, or just, you know, a single rail car, which I'll have to buy, by the way. So obviously it wouldn't have the power, what's the name in it, but yeah. So it just comes along here, round the post, and then again along here. So yeah, I don't know what you think of it. Obviously the track through here is as it was. The ruler there between the platforms is about the length of the two platform sections that are coming, and obviously that will go in that one there and that one there. And yeah, I'm happy. So it will be interesting to see, won't it, how the back seam carries on along here. I kept it as straight as I can when I could, as you can see here. Curls a bit here, and then this could be the bit that could be a bit awkward. I think the hardboard will go round. I'm just wondering whether the photo will stay on. We'll have to see. Not worth doing it now, obviously. So I have fixed all the track down there with the screws, just to thing, and you can see all the other holes I've made trying to get it to do other things, but it just wouldn't. The carriage is either hit the back of the carriage hits the station as it goes round a tight bend here, which is what it would have to be, and then as it comes round here it melts into that post. So this is about the best I can get, I think, and I don't think it'll hurt. You know, it's predominantly probably going to be a goods thing. I don't think the HST will actually come round here, although it's Robert's train set, anything can happen, as you know. So yeah, I'm happy. So as I said, I put an order into Hatton's this morning, so I've yet to go and look at my emails to see if they've picked it yet, which I suspect not. Let's just have the HST carriages going through the station. Very good. And if I take that point off that's in the way and put it back where it's meant to go, which is over there, we'll do the same here. I better turn the point right, hadn't I? This point here is the one I want to take bits off of the other one. I had the pin on the drawbar here break, so I turned it round, but believe it or not, they're different one side to the other, which I find strange. So I'm hoping to use the one off of that to get it working, because it sticks a lot of the time because it's too stiff. So yeah, I've done that. So let's go and get the carriages away from this point, and we'll turn this point on and we'll have another go, shall we? Let's see. The squiggly line. As you can see, not too bad. At least it don't fall off on the floor, which is what it could do, of course. Let's go the other way. Sometimes they work one way and not the other, don't they? Nothing wrong with that, is there, everybody? I don't think so, anyway. So, let's go back round the controller's side. Hey, avoiding everything in the way. And I'll turn so you can see me. So, as I said, that'd be better if you have the layout behind me, won't it? So, tomorrow I'm going to bring up the tea trolley, and I've got to clear everything off of that, which is why I'm not going to do it today, and sort out to see if I can use it for my computer, because it worked quite well downstairs, because I've got the other two tiers to put the stuff on, you know, and with the wheels it'll slide in under the layout, and it certainly will now. It didn't down there very well because it was too tight, but here it's a doddle. So I think I'm going to try and do that. The only thing is, obviously the computer doesn't sit in between the shortest distance on that, so the lengthways it's fine, but crossways it doesn't. Now I want it crossways because I want predominantly it to be all under there and just pull out what I need. So do that. So I need to convert it to take the computer and the mouse. So that'll be tomorrow's job. And then if I get that done and I'm happy, I might start sort of sorting out the one. Once I know this will work here, I can start, you know, doing the wires and getting them up and drilling them holes through the framework to get them neat and tidy-ish. So that's it for today. Going to go down and have a nice cup of tea, and I'm going to have a shower. I've actually got warm working up here today because it's a bit warmer, isn't it? So I might be up here in my swimming costume when it gets really hot. Cool, that'll be a bit of a shock, won't it? Sorry about that. I'll put a warning up if I am before you see me, and you can turn off. Anyway, thanks for all any new subscribers. I had a new one this morning, so thank you to him or her. Don't know who. I've not looked at the computer hardly today, so. And a bit late, I know, but obviously I'm not really looking at YouTube or answering all my queries as quick as I should do, because I'm up here. So I apologise for that, but I'm sure you want me to get this layout working properly. So do I, and then I shall be able to rest, won't I, and not get up at ridiculous hours in the morning and still working on it at night. I'm going to resist coming up here tonight. Do you reckon I'll manage to do it? I don't know. Anyway, rabbit on again. I must be tired, so time to go downstairs and have me tea. Alright everybody, cheers, bye.